Alright guys, here's part 3 of the chapter 10 review. Okay, so we're starting back on number 12 where we left off. And number 12 wants to measure the measure of angle H, which is this angle right here. Just like we were doing on 11, it's one of those exterior angles with an exterior point outside of the circle. The vertex is outside of the circle. So we're going to use that same formula as before, which said that the measure of the angle, I'll put measure of angle H because that's what we got here, is equal to 1/2 the difference, which means the big one, the big arc, which is 100 right here, minus the small arc, which is 32 right here. Okay, and we just got to solve. Alright, so doing the stuff inside of the parentheses first, 1/2 will stay, 100 minus 32 will give me 68, and then one more step, measure of angle H will be equal to 34. Okay, so not bad at all. Let me erase this. Okay. Alright, so moving back up to number 13. Alright, so we're at 13. Alright. So 13, we can see we have a quadrilateral around one of our circles, right? Circumscribed around one of our circles, right? And what we found out about those is that every side of that quadrilateral or any polygon around our circles, all of their lines are tangent to that circle, right? So then, again, we have these exterior points, right? So we got 4 exterior points. And then we have those points of tangency. Let's go different color. Points of tangency, right? And what we found out about these guys is that when two segments share that same exterior point, that they're congruent from that point to the point of tangency. So we know this part is congruent to this part, and this part is congruent to this part, and this little part is congruent to this little part, and this part, I'm gonna go with let's go with 4 like that. This part is congruent to that part. Okay? So now they want us to find RS. And RS is this segment all the way here at the bottom, right? So for that we'll have to find these two parts, right? But we have them, they're given, because if this part is 6, well, then this part is 6. And if this part is 7, well, this part is 7. Okay? And then 7 plus 6, we'll find that RS is equal to 13. So as far as calculations go, real straightforward. We just have to know our rules about tangents and these polygons around our circles. Alright, so moving on to number 14. Alright, and it says if AB is tangent to a circle P at B, find the measure of angle 1. And we talked about these guys when we were talking about all our different angle measures around our circle. And again, we're looking at an angle that's on with the vertex on the circle. Okay, so we know anytime we have a vertex, an angle with a vertex on the circle, the measure of the angle is always just going to be 1/2 of its intercepted arc. Okay, and this guy's intercepted arc, let's go with, I don't want to go highlighters too much, is this guy right here. Right, it's this guy right here. And we're not given him, but we are given that this arc down here is 86. But that arc 86 and our arc that we're looking for, they add up to be the whole circle. They add up to be 360 degrees. So if we do 360 degrees minus the 86 we're given, then we'll find that our angle will be 274 degrees. Okay, so this guy's 274. So then when we need to calculate our angle, it's just going to be 1/2 of that intercepted arc, 274. Okay, so then the measure of angle 1 will be equal to 137. Alright, moving right along. So number 15, it says find the length of the radius of the circle. So the equation is x plus 3 squared plus y minus 7 squared equals 289. Okay? Well, we know that reminding you that our equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So that means that 289, I'll go to a different color, 289 is equal to r squared. So if we wanted to find the radius, all we would have to do is take the square root of 289. Right? And we would find that our radius of this equation is 17. Okay? Good stuff, good stuff. Alright. Well, let's keep this guy in view because I already got my formula written down. So then number 16 says find the equation of the circle with the center 0, 0 and the radius of 4. So again, I still got my equation written down right here. So I'm just going to circle it and we'll keep using this guy right here. So we're going to use the same standard form for the equation of a circle, right? Now they want with center 0, 0, so our h will be 0 and our k will be 0. And a lot of us at this point, we already know what this formula looks like. But if you don't, I'll still write it out. Right, so we got x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals r squared. And we have a radius of 4, so our r is 4 squared. Okay, and then all we got to do is simplify this guy, right? X minus 0 is just going to give me x and it's still going to be squared. Again, y minus 0 is just going to give me y, it's still going to be squared. And then that's equal to 4 squared, which is 16. And this will be our standard equation for the circle they're looking for at its simplest form. Okay, so when we see just this x squared plus y squared guy, we should know immediately, well, that's a circle with the center at the origin. Okay. All right. So then just one more. In my success class, who has listened to this is happy. So just one more. It says identify the graph of x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 4. Okay, so from that, now we should have the skills to just look at this guy and say, okay, well, this guy's going to have a center at right opposite of this guy, not negative 3, but 3, and then opposite of this guy, negative 2, right? And then he's going to have a radius of not 4, but the square root of 4, right? So he's going to have a radius of 2. Now looking at all our graphs, notice all of our guys, they all have a radius of 2. So having the radius don't really help, right? Because that's not going to narrow it down at all. But we know that we got to have a center at 3, negative 2. So then you just look for the graph that has that. So of course, looking for something that's x coordinate is 3, it's going to be to the right. So it's going to be one of these guys, right? And then 3, negative 2. So 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2. It looks like this has to be our guy. Alright, so that's our chapter 10 review. Good luck on your test, guys.